Leo, the message that's coming through for you is actually quite beautiful. Sorry about this, adjusting the frame, and that's part of your message too. Adjusting your frame, your framework, or how you're seeing something, or how you're being seen even. Hold on a second. This is definitely interesting. Part of the energy for sure. But the message, okay, is that good? It's not totally how I want it. Perfecting something maybe. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's good. Yeah. I'm trying to get the frame so that it doesn't cut off the owl's wings. This is definitely a metaphor, definitely a message. The owl represents wisdom, a wisdom in flight, and that's you. And some people have commented how it looks like the owl's about to catch the snake. And so this is something that's in your energy. You've caught on to something. And part of you catching on to something is integral to your transformation. And so you don't want to cut off your own wings, your own wisdom. You want to adjust your frame, the way that you're seeing something or the way that you're being seen, so that you can really soar to your full capacity. Now, what I got for you, the beautiful message in meditation, was that I heard this: the world stops and there you are. And what I saw was a whirlwind of energies just kind of circling you, moving around you. These could be different responsibilities. These could be different thoughts, emotions, people in your life, situations. The world stops and there you are. So something happens and it's like time freezes. And you're able to see exactly what you've been needing to see. It stops, all this chaos, commotion, and there you are. That's what you're saying. There you are. The one I've been looking for, the thing I've been looking for, the answer or the path. There's some clarity that's coming in here, but you have to freeze. And it feels like you have to freeze time a little bit. So you might want to look at what Saturn's doing in your chart right now. But one way to freeze time is, of course, to slow down and to take time to do something that you get lost in, something you love, something you enjoy. There's something here about you flying like this owl through the night while everything around you is still frozen in time. There's a removal of obstacles that Spirit's telling you is going to happen. Obstacles are going to be removed. Your flight path is going to be cleared. Okay? It's going to be very easy for you to navigate as everything's frozen and you see exactly what you want or what you need to see. So let's get into your message, Leo, and see what else comes through. I was also getting something about teeth and bones. This could be something that you come across. Look at the symbolism of it. It's a message for you. All right. If that doesn't resonate, don't worry. Just take the parts that do. So let's see. What is this reading all about for Leos? Find your truth, inner guidance. Everything freezes. The images on the TV. Pause. Maybe you do need to pause something that you're watching or that you're listening to. The frame, right? We were talking about frames. Okay, there you are. So this chaos, this commotion is coming at you from external sources. And one of those external sources might be the media, the news, technology. And it's like, yeah, something freezes and it's quiet, it's silent. You can glide through the energy now. So some of you need to stop listening to something. I'm also hearing, it's reminding me too of the revolution will not be televised. This is something that maybe you're thinking about. Or this could even be in relation to you, your own personal revolution, evolution, your own growth, your own rebellion against oppressive forces that you come across in your life is not necessarily something that everybody's going to see. It's not going to be televised. And maybe you feel a lack of recognition right now for how strong you are or what you've been going through. But look how happy this person is. This person doesn't care if it's televised or not. What they care about is that it's happening. And that's Spirit's message for you too. Find your inner truth. inner guidance, and follow it. Don't worry what everybody else is seeing or saying. Adjusting the frame. Yeah. And that does ring true. It's kind of like you might be hearing bells, or bells could be significant for you. I'm just going to ring this one. Because you're adjusting the frame, maybe adjusting the way you want people to see you, or you want to be seen, but Spirit's saying your revolution, your evolution, your awakening will not be seen in the way that maybe you hope it will, or you want it to. But it will be felt, not just by you, but by others. Your energy will shift and change. This energy that I'm sitting in right now, it's very flowy, fluid. It's moving. It's hard for me to catch on to one idea and hold it and build on it. It's rather like all kind of just in motion. Interesting. So maybe go with the flow with something. The world freezes for you so that you can be fluid and move and go with the flow and not come across any obstacles. There's a lot going on here. I hope this makes sense. All right, let's get further in and see what's going on for you, Leo. Energy supporting Leo. The Emperor, authority, and injustice with the Justice card in reverse. It says on this card, dishonesty and authority with the Emperor. This is in your supportive energy. The revolution, the injustice. Well, there has been an injustice. The world stops and there you are. You're finding yourself kind of at the center of something. You're taking back your power, Leo. In a big way. You're not going to be controlled or lied to. And there's something genius about the way you're approaching a certain conflict or some inner discord that you might be having. What are you doing that's ingenious? 3 of Cups, friendship, community, involvement. Something with others, or you have plans of how you could work with others or bring others together in some way. You could be relying on friends or family, people who support you, but you're not going at something totally alone. And if you are now, that's going to change. Whatever you're working on, whatever you're doing and moving through, it's going to impact others. You're a real fighter. You're tired though, but you're a real fighter. And you're fighting not just for yourself, you're fighting for the greater good, whoever I'm connecting to today. So I want to know before I get to the challenge, Spirit, the world stops and there you are. What is there? What is Leo seeing when the world stops? Rebel without applause. See what I'm saying? Kindness. There you are. It's actually, well, it could be another person, it could be an opportunity, but what Spirit's showing me here is it's also your inner child. The world stops and there you are. There I am. It's like you're saying it to yourself, there I am. You're not going to find my inner child televised on the TV, on the social media. Yeah, you're not going to find me televised, the inner child is saying. I'm not out there posting, getting likes and all of that stuff. That's the ego. Which is nothing, no judgment there. We all need our ego. And we all have one. But the inner child is saying, I'm a rebel. I'm a revolutionary. I'm doing things for the greater good. I'm exiting this injustice, or I'm doing something about it. I'm reclaiming my authority. I'm empowering myself, but I don't expect any applause from it. I'm being kind to myself. And for some of you, you're being very kind to others. without expectation. Wow, you really are the owl. You really are wise. This is a really cool energy. So thank you for being here, whoever I'm connecting with, because you're a really sweet soul is what I'm feeling. And you're showing that part of yourself more than you usually do today. Okay, so let's see. Even though you're coming out with the Emperor energy, there's like, it's kind. You're the kind king or queen. Okay, let's see for the challenge. The world stops and there you are. Hardship. Let's get one more with 5 pentacles. There's some worry. Destructionism. I didn't know destruction was an ism. It's not. It's not. The card actually says obstructionism. Okay, but take that as a message. Destruction turning into an ism. Ooh, so an ism is like an ideology, a belief, something that we kind of buy into with a certain set of ideas that guide its overall narrative, we could say. So there's something here like that, a belief system that is destructive. Destructionism is what I said. So I feel like this is something that is starting to break down. This system that you've been in or been around or adjacent to, this destruction, is beginning to dissipate. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. But it's coming out as a challenge. 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, and obstructionism, which is the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Superficiality. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's very caught on appearances and perceptions. Could be an aspect of yourself. And that superficiality is something that you're detaching from, whether it's detaching from someone who's like that or detaching from that part of yourself and realizing that you don't need applause. You don't need that kind of acceptance. You don't need that validation. And if you've been looking up to others or trying to emulate other people, I don't know, holding other people as role models, I feel like that has not really been the best use of your time, because it feels like you're comparing yourself to people who have a whole lot of stuff going on in the background. For those of you this part's resonating with, not all of you will resonate with that comparison experience, but some of you are. But you don't really know what's going on and who they are and what they've done to get where they are, okay? And it's an injustice to even compare yourself to that. So taking back your authority and comparing yourself to your best version or your higher self is a much better use of time. But even then, comparison is not useful. What do they say? Comparison is the thief of joy. Okay, so, well, it feels like you feel as though there's a missed opportunity here, or somebody's been getting in the way of you making money or gaining traction somewhere, gaining access to something. Ooh, that's sour. It's like flavored water with vitamins, but it's sour. And I've been drinking it this whole time and it hasn't tasted like that. Something's leaving a sour taste in your mouth. All right, Leo? There could have been a promise or this belief that something would turn out to be successful or something you could really count on, and it turns out it's not. This is an injustice. Okay? You're revolting against this energy now. You're rebelling against it. And you're saying, I don't need to go along with this, or I can change my mind. I can freeze this and soar through and see what's what freeze this difficult situation and evaluate all the different players and pieces and obstacles and soar through it. There you are, your inner child. And your inner child is saying, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Tell me more about what the inner child is saying. Decision, Two of Swords, childishness, the Six of Cups in reverse, and Master of Skill, the Magician. Your inner child, which is 100% true, is a magician. Okay, and they're saying we're resourceful, Leo. So let's not put up with this childishness in this situation. There's a big difference of being a child and being childish. Okay, so your inner child is saying, there's something here that you need to walk away from, it feels, so that you can free yourself. A decision to rely on your own resources, to be your own authority. Some of you are going to start your own business. Some of you are going to take a vacation, take a road trip by yourself. Some of you are going to create something independently. And you're going to stop playing into expectations or childish expectations that others have. Some of you, people want you to be their mother or their father. They want you to take care of them emotionally. Your inner child's not really down for that. Okay, let's see. Give me one more for the support. Self-fulfillment, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're going to do something on your own here. It says luxury and culmination. You could be seeing ladybugs, hawks, grapes. Wow. Wow. Okay, I feel like I can't, this is amazing. I feel like I'm balancing act. I'm not really sure what exactly we're talking about for you, but what I do know is that you're definitely deciding to empower yourself, and you're not going to let something take you down or take others down for some of you. You realize like, hey, my inner child has been caught in a whirlwind of chaos with what's been going on, and I've been trying to like get my vision out. I've been trying to get my voice out. I've been trying to be heard or even seen, but that's not actually the priority of my soul. The priority of my soul is to rebel against that which is keeping me down, and part of what's keeping you down is pressure to be seen and heard in a certain way. Does that make sense? Okay. And I'm seeing the Star card in my mind's eye. And it feels like you do get some kind of recognition. Okay, you do get seen in some way. But it's only after you realize that your revolution, your evolution will not be televised. Okay? And what does that mean? Well, that means that the powers that were, okay, or oppressive forces, those who want to control and manipulate, don't circulate or show or represent or push out energies that directly challenge them or even indirectly challenge them. So you're challenging some kind of authority just by virtue of who you are. And that authority is saying, well, I'm not going to put that Leo out there like that. I'm not going to give Leo attention. I'm not going to give Leo what they want, because what they want actually puts me in a position, well, it's a threat to me. It puts me in a position where I'm exposed. So something you're doing could be exposing this greater, well, it's not greater, but this controlling power. Okay, so the other thing about the revolution will not be televised is You yourself can't sit back and wait to see if other people are going to challenge this person or this situation, because that you'll never get shown that from the power itself. Okay, so some of you might be going to somebody and saying, expecting them to be honest when they're not, or expecting them to show you the ways in which they changed or can hear you, but they won't. You're going to someone or expecting someone to come towards you with an offer, but that offer directly challenges them. Okay? All right. I'm not sure about this reading. Queen of Fire. Well, yes, that is you. Authority and justice. And the Queen of Fire is a public defender, a social advocate, sticks up for others with fire and passion, confident, sexy, in their rebellious nature. This is somebody who doesn't do well with being silenced. Okay, and that's you. That's you. Yes. Ooh, big cards. You are righting some wrongs. Ooh, I got a shiver up my leg. You're righting some wrongs that were done to you and done to others, even unbeknownst to you, even if you don't realize that's what's happening. Okay, let's get the advice. I'm getting all these chills and shivers and sensations. The advice. Oh, the advice is uncertain. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just go through the cards and then we'll ask after. Okay, your overall energy, Queen of Fire. So let's learn more about your Queen of Fire energy. I feel like clarifying with this deck. Tell me more about the Queen of Fire for Leo. What's going on here? Obstacles. Three of Wands, creative block, frustration. Yeah, this is what you're saying. No way, Jose. I'm not dealing with that. No more obstructions. No more obstacles. You're really calling something out here. Energetically. You know? Something that has really been difficult to your, like, how do I say? Preventing you from moving forward. You're not allowing that to happen anymore. The letter E could be significant for some of you. I'm also seeing C and F on this card. I'm hearing eternity. Maybe that's a name. What you don't see coming. Judgment. Yeah, an awakening. Transformation. That snake, you're catching the transformation, right? You're saying, I want a different reality for myself. So tell me more about this awakening that you don't see coming. Well, I feel like this is a little bit of that moment. The world stops and there you are. There I am, my inner child. There I am in my magician energy and all my power and my authority to make my experience what I want. And part of making your experience what you want means righting a wrong, means correcting some kind of injustice. You're going to take some kind of action here. Finality with the Ten of Swords. Porcupine. Painful ending. Inevitable. So there's an awakening after a painful ending. And this ending, whatever it was for you or is for you, was inevitable. It was meant to happen so that you could awaken to what's going on. I want to get more information about this, though. Tell me more about this Ten of Swords. What's going on here? Can we get a little specific? I feel like this is kind of meta. There's a lot coming through about social media, I'm feeling. Completion, the world. Yeah, this is also like the web, the internet, the world. World Wide Web. Okay. Completion. Triumph, harmony. Ten of Swords. Well, yeah, there's an ending for sure. An ending is just a beginning, though, here for you. A beginning for your awakening. Leveling up. Evolution. Okay, but I'm still not getting... It's the end of a cycle. It's painful, but what is the cycle that's ending? I want to know. I'm nosy. Change of plans. Six of Swords in reverse. Trapped. Yeah, well, that's that obstructionism or the destructionism. It's like, change of plans with this. I'm not going to let this destroy me. Infinite growth. The universe. The world. The universe. Evolution, it says right on it. And possibilities. Okay, so you've had a change of plans. Spirit's not getting specific with me, probably because whatever's going on is really different for each of you. But I'll have you know that the end of a cycle is here. And you might not see that coming now because you could be in the thick of it, but it will come to an end. The whirlwind will stop. You're going to actually freeze it with some kind of decision you make to reclaim your authority and your power and locate your inner child in all of this. There is a different way, and it's one of massive growth. I'm seeing nuts and bolts. Something's getting taken apart, deconstructed maybe. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're looking at all the pieces, the parts, the players, the people. You're taking everything down and seeing the bones, the teeth. You're seeing what something actually is at the core. Okay? You're getting to the root of something. Your opportunity is justice. Yeah, well, I'd say. Injustice, authority, opportunity, justice, right the wrong. Karmic balance, restoring things as they should be. For some of you, this could be political, doesn't have to be. I'm just noticing this blue and red door. It's reminding me of politics. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about justice. Or maybe it's about something that's like political in your relationship or at work. Office politics, relationship politics. Let's see. Justice. Tell me more. Opportunity, spirit. Balancing act, Two of Pentacles. And unpredictable, Knight of Swords in reverse. Aimless. This is the genius part. You're dealing with some unpredictable force in a very genius way. You're balancing it, balancing act. It's about your priorities. You're learning how to prioritize something correctly. Tell me more about the unpredictable energy. New beginnings, the Fool. This could relate to someone, progression, someone new on the scene, or someone who's a novice, someone who's maybe childish, somebody who wants to get a leg up, wants to progress. Maybe they haven't worked hard enough for it. They haven't done the legwork. You know, this is somebody, I'm hearing nepotism, you know, it's that vibe. It's like somebody who wants to get ahead, but they didn't earn it. So hold on a second. What actions? Ace of Fire and the Star. See, I knew you were in there. You're picking a new path with the Ace of Fire. Rather than compete and compare, you're going to forge your own way with the Star, and that's the most successful way for you. Yeah, some of you are like starting something new. because you're tired of dealing with unpredictable energies or unpredictable situations, promises, all of this kind of stuff. Forget that. I'm not placing all of my trust into something that I simply can't trust. I'm going to do this on my own, or I'm going to create something that is, I'm hearing, sourced by me. I'm going to rely on myself and those I trust. Okay? The challenge is Page of Fire. I'm hearing getting my message out. Okay, so this could be a challenge, getting your message, getting your vision out, which we already talked about. Spirit saying don't focus on that. Just focus on rebelling, revolting, and evolving. Relief with the Three of Swords in reverse. It says acceptance on here. And betrayal, Seven of Swords. Some of you would really like others to see like how well you're doing. Or maybe you'll feel this way in the future. Or you'd really like to make it known to someone that you can't bring me down, or you want to take some kind of vengeful action, or I don't know, because you've been betrayed. And I understand that. I totally get that. But that's not going to bring you the relief that you hope for. Okay? That's not really taking back your authority. So watch out for that, because that's a challenge for you. There's also a challenge here where somebody might come in and tell you something, give you some news, deliver a message about a betrayal, about a deceptive situation where someone's been cunning. I'm hearing and obsessed. And while it's hard to hear this news, you're going to get relief from it. You're going to get confirmation. And it breaks the final chain. That's for some of you. Okay, now let's see the advice. Ooh, there it is. The Tower. The Tower. Revolution. Okay, tell me about this Mars energy for Leos. What's going on here in the Tower? This is advice. This isn't what's going to happen. This is, it might, but this is Spirit saying your guidance is to embrace the Tower energy, I feel. Letting go. Embrace the Tower energy. You've seen some destructionism. Okay, you've seen it. Maybe you were a part of it at some level. Okay? You're letting go of it. You're not going to come down with the Tower. But embrace that it's actually coming down. It's no longer trapping you and holding you in. Whether this is a relationship, a job, a certain idea you had, a belief. Or some actual physical obstacle or monetary obstacle you were coming across. Maybe for some of you, this is you were facing some kind of harassment. Hold on. Oh, it's sour. Barriers, like barriers to entry based on nothing at all. Just people's power tripping and BS is what I'm getting. Sour taste in your mouth from that, for sure. Some of you are in the legal profession or some kind of well-regarded profession like that. And you've worked very hard, but it's like you can't, there's some kind of... It almost feels like bigotry or something that you might be facing. Okay? Something like that. Okay? Somebody's nonsense. Okay? And you're letting go of this whole situation and moving in a new direction. Like, to use the lawyer as an example, maybe you're trying to get into a firm and I don't know, you are spiritual, okay? And they learned that about you. They realized, oh, this person's into new age stuff or like spiritual stuff or whatever, Buddhism, whatever you do. It's just an example though. And the firm says, oh, we don't want to hire someone like that. Or maybe you have some kind of disability and they held it against you. You know, it's that energy. And yeah, and Spirit's saying, rather than working for this firm, start your own. Okay, so that's for someone. Letting go of the Tower. Okay, let's see your outcome. I'm also going to do an extended reading. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper. We're going to see what else is underneath all this. Tends to get more specific because there is less of you there. If you're interested in that, the link is in the description box below. If you're not interested in that, you don't like that idea, then trust that Spirit gave you all the, I'm hearing all the justice you needed right here. Okay, Spirit knows where you're going to go and what you're not going to do, and I'm hearing who you're not going to see. So trust that they gave you the information you need. Okay, so let's see the outcome. Letting go of the Tower. 5 of Fire. So then after the freeze, the pause, you see what you've been looking for, your inner child, your inner magician, your ability to create a new path, to remove obstacles, to navigate around them. And then you press play again. And they're still there, these snakes, right? You don't delete them out of existence, but look at you. You're doing like this flowy, fluid, Tai Chi, graceful movement in a pit of snakes. So your ability to counter whatever you feel has been an obstacle for you gets a lot easier in the future, is what I see. The snakes might still be there, but you're going to stave them off in a much more relaxed, empowered way. Let's get one more. I also want to pull an oracle card for you and read from the book. So let's get one more on this 5 of Fire. Maybe you should do some Tai Chi. Or some kind of prana flow, you know? Imbalance. It says impatience. Excess. If you decide to continue to compare yourself or compete in a pit of snakes, then things are difficult. And that's a possible outcome. There's many possible outcomes. It just depends on the path you take and the guidance you choose to accept or not accept. And I am seeing the potential here for future imbalance if you continue to entertain whatever this destruction, oppressive energy is and play by their rules. You need to revolt here, Leo. Okay? And by your revolting, your revolution, your evolution, your rebellion, you create an imbalance in their system. Let's go further on to that. What's the imbalance here? What happens? Endings. Exactly. Change, death, transition. You put something to an end. You rock the boat a little bit too much, okay? And it sails away from you. And that's exactly what needs to happen, to let go of this. Let go of this pit of snakes, rocky boat situation. Death, transmutation, transformation, endings, rebirth. It's beautiful for you, Leo. And you are beyond strong enough to do this. Don't forget, the one you've been looking for is your rebel without applause, your inner child. That was a good ending, but let's get one of these. Let's see. Last message for Leos, as promised. The wall, obstacles. All right, let's hear it. 56. Obstructionism. Obstacles. Being inconvenienced by life. Detours, non-action. There are moments in your life when you are so geared up, so sure that you're on track, with such drive and momentum that you are shocked and confused when you encounter a wall. This unpredictability occurs outside your ability to plan, regardless of if you've done everything right in alignment with the divine. It's imperative that you change your attitude now. This temporary roadblock is not an obstacle to blast through. This is not an invitation to push harder, cancel other plans, or worry about who will win or lose. This is a stopping point to enable you to slow down, freeze, pause, and contemplate the part of the manifesting equation that you and everyone else forgets. Life on life's terms will override your best laid plans. Yes, as inconvenient as it may seem, this experience is an important reminder that you are a human being, not a human doing. Perhaps you're being reminded of your mortality, or that you are but a small part of a bigger universe where your destiny intersects with others. Your life may be meant to serve another purpose at this moment, and your attention meant to be directed elsewhere. And I think that's exactly what you're discovering. The world freezes, and there you are. Consider that this place of temporary non-action is exactly meant to be for you. Perhaps it's because all you desire and have set in motion needs time to coalesce into form on the other side. Could it be that all the elements are not yet in place for its manifestation to be for the highest good of all? Patience is required now. And the wisdom that this might be a great time to take a break and contemplate gratitude. What is truly yours will never be walled off from you. All right, that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.